Whiskey and not going to get favored to start off here.
All right,
with a
we
little
are
bit
in the
of
grand
Kalos.
finals.
Okay, we're not going
Shu
to Kalos
against
right now.
Whiskey.
We're taking it to Yoshi's. Okay, so Shu already probably smiling at that opportunity. And, you know, we say it all the time. The person in grand finals, obviously they're there for a reason, but there's always that potential
And
of not having
Shu
that hot
is
hand.
playing
Shu
really
coming
hard
through, after winning
against
several
Whiskey.
games to get to this point, and now
I hope
Whiskey,
Shu can win this grand final.
his procedure has been since last we've seen him play.
And may have been playing on some Elite Smash, some quick play, something like that, but already Shu coming out of the gates just going 100 here, 77 on Whiskey to start things off. And you were saying that you thought Shu might stand the best chance against Whiskey later on in this bracket, despite the fact it was a 2-0. Are you seeing sort of the stuff that you were expecting now?
I especially like to your point about being a little more warmed up. I definitely think this is what I'm seeing from Shu, and I like it too because if it just seems like more calculated and confident gameplay. Look how he just recovers and turns that into a favorable situation to eliminate that stock. Just no hesitation from Shu. He is definitely well suited for this battle, and Whiskey gonna realize I can't be playing with my toes right now. I'm going up against an absolute assassin who's coming after my opportunity at capturing this title.
Shu's gonna have to win 4 games, remember, guys, because it will be
oh
a reset
my gosh,
if he's
you're
able
tight.
to take this set. Whiskey finally gonna land that forwarder. Whiskey only needing 2 games, 6 stocks total to be able to win the whole event. Right now he's kind of getting rocked around by these aerials from Shu. Another flip kick. Shu just constantly using that flip kick. It seems very difficult to keep up with if you're somebody as slow as Robin in terms of just the move set. I feel like he doesn't really have much unless you place it before Shu even goes for it.
Yeah. Just the movement, the acrobatics right now that I'm just seeing from Shu, just so well engaged at the moment, and really Whiskey just. And that's one thing I said about Robin, like, you know, again, heavy resource character, gonna say that a lot, but like when you're getting put in these situations where you're not comfortably at a pace where you want to kind of operate with when it comes to like recovering everything, making sure everything is online and things of that nature, like you got Shoes just coming at you a mile a minute, okay? I mean, the man is just not letting him breathe at all. And I think that's certainly a turnaround from what we saw the first time these guys had their encounter.
114 to 120, gonna try to land that down smash. Whiskey has fought his way back into this. It's pretty even, but I feel like the KO is going to be a little bit tougher as long as Shu doesn't fall into the same stuff he saw before. A dash attack from Robin. I don't know if I've ever seen that KO. One of the worst dash attacks, honestly, in the game, but perfectly placed by Whiskey. Well done.
When we say it takes everything, Coney, we mean it. All right, worst moves or not, okay, we mean it. And just like that, Whiskey has come to life despite the very blazing start that we saw on the part of Shu. 51% final stock. Meanwhile, Whiskey enjoying life at 140, living on the edge. Quite literally, he is really holding this left side, not giving up for anything until that moment goes in.
One more,
to
and then
the stun gun, and that's going to be it.
We'll see who's going to win this.
Still here for Shu, but Whiskey looking to not be denied.
This is so scary for Shu because you're at 83%. You know any just wild hit will KO. If you landed on one of those arc fires, if you get caught by a back air or something with the Levin sword, it's going to be so difficult, especially on a stage this small. So Shu has to play very, very tight here. He can't overcommit, can't go for a boost kick that won't land like that one. Only a dash attack, not as bad as it could have been.
Oh my gosh.
He saw his life flash.
Oh no.
Ooh, and these arc fires so good for ledge trapping. I love the fact that he pulled the trigger, able to get back just ever so slightly though. Oh, Barry! Oh, the trade though!
The coverage!
Oh my gosh!
Are
Oh my gosh!
You for
oh my
real?
gosh!
That could have been the decider had Shu got out unscathed.
He has to watch those flip kicks. Shu just keeps going for them in neutral. Finally, the plasma whip will land, and I thought that Shu might have been spelling his doom with these constant flip kicks. It felt like he just kept doing them out of the corner over and over, and Whiskey was trying to prepare for them, trying to be ready, and there actually got caught by that wild option of the plasma whip off stage. Shu gonna go up 1-0 in what may or may not be the final set.
Honestly, I think I'd be hard pressed to think we're not going to go to a set number 2. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's almost the theme of the day.
Written in the
stars. Guy in grand finals, 2-0 his way there. Guy who comes back from losers starts to heat up, gets it cooking, gets more confidence, starts to make the plays a little more consistently that make things that much more difficult than our gentleman who'd been sweeping the bracket up into that
point. All right,
so
the next round is up.
The Shu, I mean, he really held it together down the stretch. And as you said, that plasma whip, about as clutch as it gets, securing that one.
It's really interesting to see the
Let's hope Shu can win the next round.
Play here as Whiskey lands on Final Destination, which
that's Final Destination.
Would be good for him. I haven't really seen. Oh wow, double hit with that arc fire. I haven't seen Whiskey do really anything with platforms today at all. And I feel like Shu has done so much with it. The up airs and the combos.
Oh, no.
I think Final Destination is Whiskey's home.
I would agree, especially when you open up not taking a single %. But you can go ahead and just take all that stock. Yeah, I would say that that's the way to do it for sure. My Lord, I mean, we were kind of touting how this man was just dominating on Kalos.
Throwing her like
you
a
remove
volleyball.
any kind of platform in this case, Tony.
Oh my
you
God.
remove any kind of
She was
chance
gonna lose.
he has. Oh, Lord.
Oh, maybe go next on this one. It might be time to go next. We're not even a minute into the game, and you're on your last stock. Flip kick spike,
right.
Huge answer back
flip
there
kick.
from Shu. But even still, I mean, like if it was 2 stocks to 1, maybe, but it was 3 to 1. Whiskey's still so far ahead. As long as he isn't rocked by that, his confidence, which he shouldn't be, I think he's well poised to make this a game 3.
Yeah, I would be tremendously surprised if he let this one kind of get away from him. Obviously, Shu's still fighting, though, still making this a competition, no doubt about that. But just the way, when you start off with that strong, it's just like, how do you let that one get away from you, right? How do you get rattled to that point? Though I will say, if by some chance Shu does bring this back, that's a heck of a statement on his end, and it says a lot heading into the potential second set that we're going. But so we might just be heading into game number 3 the way Whiskey is playing at the moment.
Yeah, you got the 1 bounce, but not 2. I was gonna say if he could make that comeback, that would be legendary. But unfortunately, it was not the play. Chrom makes an appearance for the first time in either of these events here in the winning animation for Whiskey. Well done. Shu is now back to the wall. Totally cornered. You need to win this next game. I think you don't change. I think you have to stay Zero Suit, but is the only answer to not get Final Destination? Is there anything he can do to change his fate other than... I don't know what he can really do because the stage is random, right? It's one of 8 stages.
I almost feel like even if they were to go back to FD, it's really like just from jump, it was just like he was just overwhelmed in the first 10 seconds.
All right,
It was like
we got a tiebreaker.
80%.
Who's gonna win this?
Basically, don't get
match.
0 to death. I think that was like a big component on why that went so awry. Now here we have a Battlefield, regular Battlefield, and this is a tremendously good stage for ZSS. Like if you're looking for a closeout game for a potential reset, you couldn't ask for anything better if you're Shu right now. So this could be tremendous, and I'm sure it'll put a little bit more pressure on Whiskey to really have to perform.
This stage can be good for Robin, but honestly, like I said, I have not seen Whiskey really utilize the platforms all that much. Doesn't really seem part of his playstyle. He seems a lot more attuned to sort of flatter stages like Final Destination Town and City. So we'll see how he does right now. Very even between these two, but I do think your point is a very salient one. The fact that Zero Suit really does well on stages like this. Excellent use of that forward air. We saw it in a previous game where Whiskey would just throw out an aerial preemptively, expecting Shu to jump into it. That huge zapping and dash attack. I love that.
I love these arc fires too. Trying to pin him down on the edge. Nicely done by Whiskey, yes. This is where that projectile storm might come through. Able to get the ground. Oh, but whiffs on the connection with the boost kick follow-up. I wouldn't have got this stock, but definitely would have put himself in a great position and maybe still be alive fighting.
I believe Whiskey is going to be the champion.
Those boosted up attacks right there from Robin making the difference. Maybe helping going a long way into securing this third, potentially final game of this tournament.
We'll see right now, 92% on Whiskey. Not too high. Just going to have to watch the boost kick. Try to not get grounded, man. Shu's getting a lot of free stock. Yep. Shu's getting a lot of mileage out of that. Fortunately, Battlefield is so huge that Whiskey doesn't need to worry too much, at least not right now.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What does he have to get back? Yeah, all he has is the air dodge. Okay, he was able to make it back just barely. I was going to say, he doesn't have flip kick, and I don't think he has a jump, but Shu barely able to make it back by the tips of his fingers.
Fortunate for him. You see what he did there again, like kind of reversing the pressure that Whiskey was bringing and just sending out that boost kick, which got rid of the stock. So And again, we see him kind of turning somebody's own pressure against him in that situation. Shu, still opportunity to bring this one back, and he's doing just that. Again, you just see the confidence just flinging off the stage. Meanwhile, man, Whiskey trying to reestablish himself against the arc fires out. Again, great for them. Ledge traps, all that kind of pressure coming out and just letting these projectiles fly. It's kind of like a storm in a sense when Whiskey's able to really just kind of apply himself. Obviously, some of those go-tos. Oh my goodness, but getting hit with that up air.
That's who's going to win, either Whiskey or Shu.
Can we make this stock really count is the question for Whiskey, because this is going to determine who takes this set at the moment.
So that huge boost kick, not quite enough. 124 here. Whiskey has to stay calm, has to hold this stock, and you see Shu just letting it rip. Flip kick after flip kick. Maybe getting a little too crazy with it, but he's not getting punished just yet. Whiskey gonna go low with the recovery, not try to force things, but jumps right into the up smash. Shu had him covered.
Could have just stayed grounded, ran up and got a grab and any kind of percent other than just coming out. But I guess the anticipation was not expecting that up smash, and that's a big deal for Shu. Now maybe running away with a little bit more momentum. Whiskey trying to close this thing out. Really just taking a couple of these hits that I'm just not expecting to be the case.
Kick him up.
Making some mistakes that I'm just not accustomed to seeing on his end. But credits to Shu for really kind of forcing a lot of these options out, because he has definitely been a bulldozer at the moment.
Let's see right now, 54-70. You can see Whiskey is constantly throwing out aerials, trying to catch flip kick. That's a constant check.
Yep.
He's doing the short hop forward airs, trying to catch both a jump or a flip kick, because Shu is just throwing them out liberally. 85%. Tries to throw out the arc fire. I think he expected to bounce off his shield there, but not going to happen. Shu is one hit away from losing this event. All it takes is one clean hit from Whiskey, and that'll do it. But Shu trying to fight back. Huge up beat from Whiskey, putting himself in a terrible spot, but he's going to make it back.
Ooh,
come on, kick him to the air.
Not having any of it. Whiskey trying to land safely, does just that. Gets behind him again, taking back center stage. Nobody overcommitting at the moment. Who is going to blink first is the question. Down the stretch we go, and I love what Shu is doing. I'm gonna just hold position. I'm content. I'm gonna slow things down, pick my spot. How many times have we seen him able to just kind of get the grounded, confirm? Oh, left himself open for just a second, but still he's surviving. Oh, jeez! To that point, my friend. To that point. What a play!
Oh my gosh, no zoom in, no effect, no nothing. He just was gone. A huge, you said that it felt like there was a storm and there was the lightning bolt coming down. Whiskey just obliterates Shu, and he is your Super Smash Bros. Ultimate North American Online Open October 2020 Regions 3 and 4 Grand Champion.
All right, he's the champion now.
And just about as quick as you said that sentence was as quick as that match ended, because if you blink, I promise you missed it. Whiskey just holding his own. I love what Shu did there. In a match where it was just kind of back and forth, the intensity is kicked up, just went to both sides, just slowed it down to a pace, but Whiskey did not fall prey to those tactics and still able to get the job done.
Let's take a look at the bracket for one last time for sentimentality's sake. So let's take a look. Whiskey going up 2-1 on Shu. Shu looking so strong there at the end, but it just was not enough. The master tactician one step ahead on that one. Whiskey will be your grand champion. Shu at second place, Geo at third, and Nub at fourth once again. Obviously, Whiskey wins the grand champion prize of the trophy. Meanwhile, our top four, everybody's going to get something, as they've all deserved it. Top four of over 1,200 competitors. Just to make it this far, man, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it really just came down to, like, whether you're first, whether you're fourth, nothing to be ashamed of either way. You as you said, you outlasted over 1,200 other people in this kind of competitive environment. You got nothing to be ashamed of. You performed well. Thousands of people watching you. Like, that was good stuff. And if they didn't know your name before, they know it now.
No question. So excellent stuff to Whiskey, taking it all the way, defeating everybody in his path. Not quite 2-0s all the way through, looking like it for a while, but Shu was able to turn the heat up a little bit. And what a run from Shu, man. Just losing 2-0 pretty decisively in that first set, and then to take it all the way back.
So I believe this
barreling through
online open is over right now.
To try to make it to grand finals. I mean, we